This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Ready? Focus. Lock in. Buckle down. From the Great Lakes to all corners of the globe, let your passions shine with purpose in your zone. Hello to everyone. Welcome to another broadcast of In Your Zone, brought to you by INCRadio Northern Midwest Satellite Studio and here in the District of Great Lakes. Once again, we're here to show you more of the brethren in our district and showcase their passions, their hobbies, their interests, and hopefully you get to learn something new. So please feel free to leave your thoughts and your comments in our YouTube live chat as we talk with our guest for today's broadcast. And we're going to be talking about a very fun topic, at least to me. I love talking about this topic, and I'm sure if you've been watching INCRadio Northern Midwest for a while, you know that we love to talk about food. And so today's guest is very proficient in a specific skill that relates to cooking, and we're going to learn more about that as we talk with her. And so without further ado, let's go and talk to our guest in our focus segment. Yes, and with us this afternoon, let's say hi to our sister. They're from Columbus, Ohio, in our District of Great Lakes. So, good afternoon. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Princess May Mangaw and I'm from Columbus.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you on our broadcast today. And for those who have seen our thumbnail and the overlay, which we have down below, your specific hobby and interest that we're going to be talking about today is baking. I know you do lots of other things too. We saw a bit of, before our show, we saw a bit of your art projects that you've been doing. But today, we're going to be talking about baking. And specifically, how did you get into baking?
I started with the basics in school po. When I was in senior high school po, because the strand that I took was cookery po, and it really helped me to build a strong foundation in baking po.
Okay, so it's not only baking, but you also make
Cooking.
other foods like, appetizers, entrees, things like that. But to go back to baking, because I know we can probably go on and on about what you like to make, what types of food do you like to bake?
Banana bread with peanut butter or biscuit po.
Oh, I'm getting hungry already. Ooh, banana bread. Are there other things that you like to make?
I can make also cheesy muffins.
Oh, that sounds really good. I'm getting hungry. I hope for everyone in our YouTube or who's watching us, I hope you're not too hungry or your hunger hasn't gotten worse by listening to our show. I know you like to bake a lot of things. What is your favorite thing to bake, though? Do you have one?
The one that I mentioned, the banana bread with peanut butter, because like the combination of the natural sweetness of banana and with the richness of peanut butter of biscuit is so incredible, and that's why I really love it.
That is a good combination. I do agree with the peanut butter and banana. But I can just make a sandwich. I don't know how to make the banana bread quite yet. But I should probably learn eventually. So, like for all of these, recipes or those creations that you mentioned, like the peanut butter banana bread, if that's what you can call it. How do you get the ideas to make all of those things?
Actually, uh, that idea,
Is it just
there-
something you came up with, like on your own, just to
no,
try?
like I find inspiration in so many places, like
Okay.
food blogs, Instagram, Pinterest,
Mm-hmm.
and so many, like I'm all about experimenting with different ingredients, flavors in the kitchens, like that.
Ooh, okay. So, well, as a scientist myself, I find that also very fun. Like, coming up with different combinations or creations of banana bread. And now I'm curious, like, are there other things that you've tried to put into banana bread besides peanut butter, or is that the only one you've tried? Just peanut butter and banana bread.
Actually, like I already tried also like to put some peanut on it
Oh, okay.
or like cookies and cream stuff. Like I'm just like
Ooh.
messing up, like experimenting.
That's interesting. Oh, now I want to try that. I wonder if anyone else has tried that, making those different types of banana breads at home. But we're actually going to highlight another. I don't know if this is a recent recipe that you've tried to make. Maybe it is. But I know it's become very popular, at least to my friends that I've known. But you've been making crinkle cookies recently, and could you before we're actually gonna highlight and go through a recipe on how you made crinkle cookies, but could you, before we get into that, describe what a crinkle cookie is?
Like the crinkled cookies is like made with the. It's like typical cook brownies
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but you're coated it on like powdered sugar to make crinkled.
Okay, I was always curious how you get the crinkle in the cookie, right? Because sometimes you see like the cookies that are smooth, but like
Yeah,
how do you get that? I guess shape. I don't know if that's the right word, but pattern. That's probably more accurate. How to get the pattern on the cookie. But I'm sure as we watch, we're gonna actually see this video that you made about how to make crinkle cookies, and walk us through how to make the crinkle cookies. I mean, it looks like you start with a basic recipe,
yeah.
um, with sugar. Oh, and then I noticed. Why do you sift your cocoa powder here?
Like to precipitate precipitate the like cocoa powder to easy to combine also.
Okay. And then, oh, I see. With your oil, you said here, when you're adding your eggs, that's a lot of eggs, 4 eggs for that recipe. But you said to add them one by one. Why is that?
So like the egg yolk, so it's so easy to combine it. Cause like if you put all together, like
Mhm.
the egg yolk, sometimes you cannot mix it.
Okay. Is it just? I guess it's just really hard to mix with a lot of the. Does it not combine as well? Maybe if you have a lot of the wet ingredients in there. Is that okay?
To combine.
So it looks like you have what is it? Cocoa powder. I'm trying to remember what else you add so far. Cocoa powder, sugar, vegetable oil. Okay,
Okay.
and then vanilla extract for a little extra flavor, sweetness. I like. Nice. And let's see. What would we have going on next? Okay, why do you add salt? I've
So
been always
like
curious about that because it's a sweet cookie, right? So what does the salt do?
to balance it, so like it's not that very sweet that hurts your throat. It's
Mm,
like the salts, it's to make it balance.
okay, got it. So it's not too sweet, I guess, but I do like sweet things, sweet cookies. But okay, now you're adding, I guess, the same purpose, right, with the flour and the
Mm-hmm.
baking powder. You're also sifting it so that you don't have the lumps on there, and it gets
Yeah.
very even, you can combine it well. How long does it? I don't know. Is this a sped up? I was curious. How long does it take for you to combine it well? Does it take a
Until
long time?
you it's not that long as like you mixed it and then you see that they all mixed.
Okay.
You don't have to like over mixed it. If you see that the texture is okay, if
Okay.
it's not too runny, it's not that then that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Because that might be a problem. Like I want to make sure that it's combined, but I might overdo it. But okay. So once you first see that it's combined, then you're okay. Right. Okay. And then I saw you chill it. Is that just for the purpose of making it easier to shape when you put the cookies on the tray? Is that why you chill first?
Kind of, and
Okay.
also like you really have to chill it to make it hard. It's
Okay.
not that runny.
Got it. Okay. And then you have powdered sugar onto your
Yeah.
the cookie dough. Okay. Then bake in a preheated oven. Okay. Ooh. And then of course we fast forward through the oven time, and then all done. Okay. Are you someone who just curious, are you someone who likes to eat the cookies when they're fresh out of the oven, or do you wait?
Um, you have to wait. You needs to cool it down first, cause
Okay.
like it burn your mouth.
Oh. But
It burn your
sometimes,
tongue.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who will say this, but sometimes you can't wait. Like you need to try it right away just to make sure that it tastes really good. So,
Hmm.
um, okay, but those look really good, and hopefully, one time we'll get to try. We'll get to try some of that recipe. But um, as we'll continue on the topic of crinkle cookies, but we saw that what you made was a chocolate crinkle cookie recipe. Have you done other variations
Like some
or other
um
other flavors of crinkle cookie, or
some
not yet?
options some option is like instead of using vegetable oil, you can
Oh,
also like
okay.
replace it with coconut oil or
Oh,
butter
okay.
for the different flavor. And
Ah,
also like you can also like replace the granulated sugar with like brown sugar for the more richer taste like that.
okay.
Yeah. And also like you instead of like using
Mm-hmm.
vanilla extract, you can like use almond extract or like peppermint extract
Oh, peppermint. I
for
don't know
like
if I've tried that.
more unique twist
Okay.
on your
Oh.
stuff.
Okay. So, okay, that's what I was gonna ask too, because not only you can, I guess, create your own flavor with like
Mhm.
the different extracts, like you said, almond extract or peppermint extract, but you can also do the ingredient substitution, like what you said with
Yeah,
the butter instead of vegetable oil, or using
yeah.
coconut oil instead, and it won't affect the flavor. I mean, it will affect the flavor, but it shouldn't affect the cooking too much, if I understand correctly. Hopefully. Was I right
It's
in understanding that?
yeah, it's still the same process. You
Okay.
just like adding something or just like substitute like what you just said.
Okay. Cool. I'm trying. Now I'm curious, like, if there's another flavor that you want to try next, like, because I know you're talking about experimenting. Now I'm curious, like, what other flavors we can do, like or caramel maybe, or I know a lot of people I've seen have made like ube flavor, or like the pandan flavor. I'm sure there's a lot of flavors. Maybe you want to try. Is there one that you want to try next for your for making a
Mm.
crinkle cookie recipe?
Maybe like I want to try like red velvet or some.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's always a good flavor for cookies, for cakes too. I don't remember. Did we talk about what other foods? Oh, I guess you did talk about banana bread. But have you made like cakes also, or what other pastries? I don't know if we ever even covered the whole thing.
I already like made some like um strawberry strawberry cake,
Ooh,
and
okay.
then the one that I bring at church, it's banana bread, like what I told you. And then
Hmm.
I already tried also to make like the fudge cake or the brownies.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I'm sure then your cookbook, your recipe book is gonna continue to grow. I'm sure when you keep experimenting and coming up with these new recipes. But I mean, along the way, you're bound to, I guess, make something that's not good, or you might have to throw away, right? Because we all make those. I know that's what sometimes scares me about baking. Is like there's a lot of things that could go wrong. uh,
Yeah.
and hopefully, and I tried to come up with some possible situations, and hopefully with those input from our YouTube live chat, maybe you also have some insight on why or how we can fix some of these things. So like sometimes, at least when I bake, some of my food, like I know I've tried making in the past. I've actually tried to make macarons in the past, and those are really complicated. For anyone who's tried to make a macaron, those are very complicated, and at least for me, it's very time consuming because you have to like whip the egg white for a long time until it's stiff, and then bake it correctly because at least for a good macaron, you don't want a cracked shell, right? You want it to be nice and smooth, but I guess that is a common thing with baked goods. Not only the texture, but a lot of times it sticks to the pan. Do you have any ideas or solutions on how to fix that? How to prevent your doughs from sticking to your pan?
You can like grease your pans properly with butter or cooking spray, and make sure to let the cookies cool for a minute
Oh,
before transferring them to a wire rack po.
okay. Oh, I forgot about that part. Why transfer the cookies to a rack instead of just leaving it on the pan?
To like cool down po, like
Mm-hmm.
because if it's in the pan, like on the bottom of it,
Mm-hmm.
like to make it cool down, like that's why they call it cool down.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I need to double check if I have a wire rack to place cookies on at home. So, what about for? I know there's some recipes. Also, at least when I finish baking, there's some cookies, or I guess cookies, for example. But like sometimes my recipes are very dry, like when they come out, and like when you bite into it, it doesn't taste chewy. It's very chalky, or there's like a lot of flour maybe. So
Yeah.
how do you have any ideas how to fix that?
This could be like due to over baking or incorrect temperature po, like oven temperature. So like try to reduce the baking time po, or check your oven temperature with an oven thermometer po.
Oh, okay. So that's actually a good idea. I didn't realize that when you're baking, so you can't always trust the display on the oven, is that right?
Kind of,
Oh,
but like you still you still like need to check it, you know.
okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense though. There are some spots maybe that aren't holding the temperature as well as other ones. So I guess that also goes to another question that I forgot about. When you were making your recipe for, or when you were baking the crinkle cookies, you had in there a step to make sure your oven was preheated before you put in your cookies. I guess for any recipe too. But why do we need to preheat instead of um, putting the food in right away and then heating the oven up?
Like to just like maintain the heat inside the oven, because like if you already put the cookies there and then it's not that heat yet, or
Mm-hmm.
the oven is not that preheat yet. Like
Okay.
the cookies like getting flats too. You're like
Oh.
they're going down. And
And we don't want that. We don't want cookies like that. Um I know. Well, there's also, I guess maybe this is also a temperature issue, but I know with like maybe some food. I'm thinking of bread, or I guess even the macarons that I tried to make before. But sometimes when I'm looking at it through the glass, because I know we talked about this before, but don't open your ovens to check your food.
yeah, that's why they made the oven with the glass pot, like to just check it with your eyes and not open it.
Okay. But sometimes, well, at least for me, it's hard to tell. Like, I need to, like, look at it. Or, like, touch it just to make sure.
Yeah,
But, okay, I'll try my best not to open the oven, but look at the
that's
glass. Look through the glass.
yeah, that's why also like we're putting some timer po. So like
Mm,
we have to check it. We can
okay.
check it.
Okay. But I know there's also some situations wherein I find that, like, with the macarons, for example, that I've made, sometimes I've scorched or like burned the top, even though it's not red, like it's not baked. Like at least for the macaron, it's still like soft or not set. Do I need to like cover it, or um, do I need to bake it at a lower temperature? Maybe I'm wondering why my baked goods are like scorching or like burning before it's even ready.
So like you can try to like reduce the baking temperature po, or like
Okay.
cover the edge with foil po.
Oh, what does the foil do?
Like to especially the heat po,
Mm-hmm.
cover it up po.
Okay. So it like traps it, kind of. Does that make sense?
Kind
Is that the
of
right word? It like traps, even though it's kind of, I guess, trapped in the oven
yeah,
already. But
like
okay, so it kind of keeps the. Is that what also? Now I'm thinking about it, because of my scientific brain. Does it, is it also a way to like keep like the moist, well, I guess it's kind of hot, so maybe that's not the right word, but does it keep like the moisture, does it keep it like soft too if you cover it up, or am I just, maybe I'm just making it up? I don't know. Do you have any, have you tried, is there a difference if you've tried that, or you don't know? I could just be fantasizing about that, what the foil does, if it makes it chewier or like softer.
it's like reducing to make your cookies burn, something like that.
Okay. So maybe I'm just making it. I'll do my own research later to see if it makes it chewier, or keeps moisture, like locks in the moisture. But as we're wrapping up our show, um, at least for me, I know food and baking in general. It's also a way to bring people together, families together. I'm sure you've shared your treats with your friends and your family members. Do you give them like tips or like advice on like if they want to start baking, what they should do?
Um, actually, the tips is like if somebody asking me like what is my tips for
Mhm.
them,
Yeah.
if like they're just like trying to do it, some because like some of my friends they don't know how to cook, so like yeah, so like I keep telling them like experiment with different flavors, ingredients to find what you enjoy. That's the
Okay.
first one. And then also like don't be discouraged by failures, because like they're an opportunity to learn
Yeah.
and improve. And
Mhm.
also like practice, 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 practice. The most you bake, the more you like you'll get feel what like works, what works and what doesn't.
Okay. So I should be prepared to apologize to like my parents for wasting all the ingredients in the fridge. Is that right? So, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy a lot of, was it eggs, milk. I have to make my shopping list. Okay. So hopefully, everyone in our YouTube live chat has, you know, become less scared maybe of baking. So like you
Yeah.
said, like don't be afraid to make mistakes. Like
Yeah.
and I like what you said too about having fun with it, just being creative.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And then that does appeal to me, just like having my own experiments in a sense. So, okay, thank you for sharing your knowledge of baking with us. And if anyone in our YouTube live chat wants to look back or ask specifics about the chocolate crinkle cookie recipe that was shown, feel free to message us, and we'll get to you. And hopefully, our sister princess here will share her tips, more tips on how to make the best cookie. So thank you again for sharing your expertise on baking with us in our broadcast today. And not only would we like to thank you, but we would also like to thank those who have made our show possible. We'd like to thank, in the District of Great Lakes, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Art Agag, and our District Minister, Brother Elmer Sarmiento. And we would also like to thank, on the side of INCRadio, our station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, as well as our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Again, we thank you all so much for allowing us to have this platform to share our interests, our hobbies, our passions with everyone who listens to us all over the world. Before we go, though, is there anyone that you would like to greet on our broadcast today, Princess?
I want to greet like the members, the officers, the members in the Columbus, Ohio, and also to my parents that like keep patient to be like on baking, especially when I mess it up, like the oven also, like they're cleaning up
Oh,
my my messed up baking stuff.
I didn't want to ask what you meant by messing up the oven, but I guess you said it already. But thank you again, though, for sharing and spending your time with us today. And we thank you all to our listeners for joining us on this broadcast of In Your Zone. Don't forget, we'll be back at the same time next week at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And lastly, do not forget that In Your Zone is where you and your passions shine the brightest. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.